Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and the Immortal Hulk issue number 14. Just get the book. Okay, now we're going to go on to who made the book and then a few spoilers for what actually happens in the book. In case you're not going to trust my opinion, to just go out and get the book, can't stress it enough. Get the book. Let's get into this. We only meet at funerals. Al Ewing is the writer. Paul Mounts is the colorist. Kyle Host is the guest artist. VC's Corey Petit is the letterer. Alex Ross, God, I love you, man, does the cover. We got Chris Stevens and Maury Hollowell doing the variant cover. And yeah, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby created this incredible monster, the Immortal Hulk. All right, so they're at the funeral for General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. Mention how he's died. This is his third time technically dying. I love that there's a moment here where they say, at one point he was buried in shame because he was a monster. Another part, they buried him in honor because he was a hero. Which one are they going to recognize him as now? A hero or a monster? The man or the monster? And they're going to say, or is he both? Guys, has anybody not been blocked by Al Ewing yet? I hate being a butthead about it, but I know he goes around blocking people who say things that he doesn't like, and he's within his rights to say that. Sorry, I stand with Al Ewing on this. So, and for all intents and purposes, I do the same thing. I'm under no obligation to listen to anybody who wants to be. You want to be critical about something, that's fine, but don't be a jackass about it. I mean, there's that. So anyway, what do you call on Al Ewing's Twitter account? It actually has a thing. Is he man? Is he monster? Is he both? So, wow, nice how that was worked into here. Granted, I know that's from the Hulk anyway, but he likes to do that. Al Ewing has a great way of showing that he's read everything about the Hulk ever. He's probably read the fan fictions. If you wrote a fan fiction about the Hulk, he's probably read it. If you didn't release it, it's just in your bedroom, in your nightstand drawer, under your socks, you might notice one day your socks seem to have been out of place. Yeah, it's because he came in, read your fan fiction, and folded your socks the right way. By the way, you need to use a fabric softener because they're a little clingy. Anyway, that's Al Ewing. He's the badass mamma jamma of all things Hulk right now, and no one should ever be allowed to write Hulk unless he approves it. That's my stance. I'm sticking to it. So we get a whole lot in here. Bushwhacker decides that he's going to try and take out the Hulk because he thinks that he's, all that bad. It'll be a real rush. I love seeing how stupid this moron is. This is a daredevil enemy, and he's going against the Hulk. Do I need to repeat that? He decides he's going to try and assassinate the Hulk. General Fordian, who's already a jackass to begin with. Here's this guy who's as disrespectful as disrespectful gets. He's got those remote viewers who are able to spy in and see when, we forgot about those, but they remind us very briefly in a single panel in here. They're able to remotely view and see, if you got any kind of technology or whatever, they're able to see you and hear you and relay that information over to General Fordian. Okay, cool, man. Cool, baby. Fordian goes in to speak surreptitiously on behalf of General Thunderbolt Ross at his eulogy. Tony Stark was there to do it because, Captain America wasn't invited. That's fine. He's actually in jail right now. Minor crossover reference there, but Tony Stark is doing it. He's not the best. You want somebody awesome to speak at your funeral, you ask for Sam Wilson, the Falcon, because that dude just does the absolute best freaking eulogy. If I die and Sam Wilson is around, please have him do my eulogy. If nobody else is available, just put me in the ground, face down, in the front leading rest, so the world can kiss my behind. Anyway, yeah, Stark screws it up. General Fordian gets up, and he just makes it personal. He makes it completely personal, and he, points little warnings towards Betty Ross, Betty Banner, who's down there. It's dude, that's just not even cool, man. You deserve to get up and be pimp slapped, jack slapped, all that good stuff, man. So, Betty goes home, and guess who's watching? Well, unfortunately, General Fordian can't see it because the remote viewers have been blocked. How? Read the book. You'll find out. I was totally impressed. I was impressed by that. Ask me in the comments who the name drop was all about. I can reference you. But in case you're curious, just it's a Doctor Strange super cosmic being. I know, you're thinking, what? But it's all explained in here, especially if you read when Betty Banner was a harpy at one point. What? Dude, aren't you reading these books? Because Al Ewing is. So, check this out, man. Bushwhacker is able to see because he's got his Skype and his Skype. He's got a Skype chip in his scope, I guess, because like he's looking at things, and that allows for General Fordian to understand what's going on. The problem is when he takes the shot, it's at night, which is just, that was stupid. That was a stupid thing to do. But he's the Bushwhacker. Meanwhile, he winds up hitting, this is kind of spoiler territory, guys. It's kind of spoiler territory. Winds up shooting Betty. I saw it and I'm like, holy crap. It reminded me of that scene, I forget the name of the girl, but the girl who was in charge of the food supply in the Walking Dead TV series. Now in the actual comic books, it was Abram. It was the big, the huge ginger guy. I think his name was Abram. He's the size of a freaking Abrams tank. But anyway, it was the big dude. I can't remember his name. Jeez. He's the guy then in the TV show. He was the first guy who was killed by Negan, got cracked with a hammer before they... Spoilers for a TV show that's been out forever. Anyway, the big red-haired dude. He actually got shot in the eye in the comic book for The Walking Dead. And like he continued this conversation until all of a sudden became garbled. And it was, to me, it was the best death that I've ever seen, in the comic books, because like, wow, that felt just so realistic. Like still talking after he got shot in the eye with an arrow. Anyway, she gets shot in the head, and she goes down. I'm going to show you a little bit further of a spoiler here. Because like I said, if you're not going to get this book, you're not thinking, bruh. You're just not thinking. It's mentioned that the Hulk is immortal at night. He can't be killed. And he says, both of them. You understand what's happening there? This comic book was already insane, and it's just gone nuclear. Oh my God, that looks like a mushroom cloud. So the comic book, this is the most realistic comic book cover I've ever seen to explain what happens in the comic book, because yeah, this story just went full on nuclear. Holy crap. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm all on board. And God help anyone who gets in my way in the comic book store, because I don't care if you're my biggest fan, you sent me super chats in the live feeds and all that stuff. I'm going to start knocking people out my way. Like, I'm in Canada right now, babe. I'm talking hockey check. I'm taking suckers out to get to my Immortal Hulk issue number 15, brah. And that's just facts. I love you, but I will knock your ass out. You will wake up someplace. Anyway, guys, this is, wow, this is just purely amazing. Pure amazing. It's out of control. Get this comic book. Go back and get this comic. I know there are naysayers and whatnot. Dude, I feel sorry for you, bro. I don't know what happened in your childhood that caused this, but dude, right now, Bruce Banner's childhood is the only thing that matters to me. This is incredible. This is immortal. Guys, get the comic book. Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.